Okay, in the previous video, we had determined that the pressure available for uniform loss was a value of 10. The next step is to put together a table, if you will, that will give us the correct pipe sizes based on the number of WSFU that we have in any given particular building. Alright, so I've decided we're going to use type M copper as the water distribution piping. I'll then go back to the plumbing code and I will go to 38240 and I will find the tables towards the back, 38240, table 6, and table 6 will be type M, and that will be for my distribution piping. Now, on this table, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the value that we came up with, the A value, on the calculation worksheet, which I had determined that it was going to be 10, and I'm going to take that number and I'm going to plug it in on this side of the table, just above the pressure loss due to friction in pounds per 100 feet of length. And so right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to label this my A value. Okay? Just to kind of correspond with the A value at the bottom of my worksheet. And so my A value is going to be 10. So I'm going to come down here to 10. And that's where I'm going to start to read to determine pipe sizes. Now the way this table is set up is that your top of your table has got your pipe sizes, your pipe diameters. We have 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, inch, and it continues up till 4 inch. Now, what I'll do next is I will grab a straight edge here, and I'm going to go to the value of 10, my A value, and now I'm going to start going across until I have selected the maximum size pipe that I will have to serve my building. Now the way the table is set up, again, is as you focus towards the top here, you'll see that we have a column for gallons per minute, and then we have 2 columns for WSFU, flushometer and flush tank. Now, the building that we have, or the project that we're working on, has 35.5 WSFU, and it also was determined that that 35.5 can be interpolated to 22.2 GPM. So as I look at the table, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going up in pipe size until I have both of these satisfied. As I look at my 1/2 inch column, I see that the 1/2 inch pipe will take 4 GPM and up to 4 WSFU on the flush tank side. Now for this activity, I'm going to completely disregard whatever value I see in the flushometer column because all of my WSFUs are flush tank. So for this example, my 1/2 inch pipe could serve, on the GPMs, it could serve 4 GPM. And for the WSFU, again, we're talking flush tank WSFU, it will serve 4 WSFU. Next, I'll look at the next pipe size over, and that'll be 3/4 inch pipe. 3/4 inch pipe, again, will take it'll take us up to 11 GPM, and I'm not going to look or record the flushometer as I mentioned. I'm going to go to the 15 WSFU for flush tank. Okay, remember we're looking for 35.5, so we're up to 3/4 inch pipe, and we can only put 15 WSFU on it right now. That means I'm going to need some 1 inch pipe, and my 1 inch pipe will take 21.5 GPM, and it will take 34 WSFU. As you move past the 1 inch, you'll notice that there's nothing in the next column. It appears to be blank. And as you read up, it says not permitted, or NP. As we look at the bottom of the table, bottom right-hand side, NP simply means that not permitted because the velocities exceed 8 feet per second. In the water distribution system, we're not allowed to exceed 8 feet per second with this type of material. So we simply go back to our A value, which was 10, and we read up, if you will. We jump up. This right here on 1.25" pipe, this is the maximum GPM and WSFU that I can put on that given pipe and not exceed 8 feet per second. So what that means then is I'll write down the 1.25", and I'll note that it has, or is allowed to have, 32 GPM, and it will go up as far as 62 WSFU. As you look back, we needed to go up to 35.5 WSFU. That means any pipe in our design that is carrying 35.5 WSFU will have to have 1.25". Once we drop down to 34 WSFU, we could then run 1 inch, and so on. As we drop down to 3/4, we can see that we can run 15 WSFU. And then 1/2 inch will carry up to 4 WSFU. And of course, we have rules related to 1/2 inch water distribution piping, serving more than one fixture, having a max of 2 WSFU. Again, that's if we're serving more than one fixture.